Up North at 4 with Dan and Jeff starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dan Hagan. Today on Up North at 4, Rhinelander Mayor Chris Frederickson is not seeking re-election. 2 candidates for Rhinelander Mayor remain after the spring primary. We will get to know Chris Hannes and Steve Sauer in our Rhinelander Mayoral Candidate Forum. But first, let's hear some weather. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, I saw some sunshine out there today.
Yeah, and some light snow showers early today, but now the sun came back out. But tonight, that means some really cold temperatures for us tonight. We're talking lows down near 10 degrees below zero. Here we are in mid-March. It's going to feel much like a January around here tonight into tomorrow morning. Looking outside right now, though, this is not normal. The average high being 35, 36. Nobody is doing that today, with highs basically in the low teens. And it goes downhill from here, but there is hope and recovery on the way. The problem is tonight, though, we have low temperatures down near 10 below and a wind chill advisory tonight. Here we are in early to mid-March with a wind chill advisory into tomorrow morning. But then look what happens. So tomorrow's our cold day, 15, right? But up near 40 on Sunday. Monday, same story, and those are 40s and maybe even a 50 in the forecast on Wednesday. And once those warmer temperatures get here, they'll stick around for a while as well. Looking outside now, though, lots of clouds and some sunshine across our area. There is the snow that came through earlier today. Getting out of here now. Behind it, though, clear skies tonight. You know what that means. Clear skies, light wind, radiational cooling. We have a cold night tonight, but like I said, hope is on the way as warmer temperatures are on the way as well. So for this evening, we're looking at clear skies. For tomorrow, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, but then later tomorrow night, this system right here could bring us a quick 1 to 2 inch snowfall late tomorrow night into early parts of Sunday morning. Our forecast then tonight, though, is just a cold one, partly cloudy skies and lows down near 10 below. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
What's the perfect way to spend a summer afternoon at your lake home? On a pier made by Pier de North. We're making a splash with time-saving piers because you deserve more ways to play and enjoy summer days. Made in St. Germain, come and visit us.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Very well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy pickup trucks. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward the eligible purchase of a new Chevy truck with accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Cedar Creek Grill House, the area's newest restaurant, is now open. You bring the appetite, we'll bring the heat. Enjoy mouth-watering entrees for breakfast and dinner, prepared on a fire grill or wood-burning oven. Cedar Creek Grill House at the Holiday Inn and Suites, Rothschild.
Is a new roof on your spring to-do list? Hi, I'm Paul, owner of Overhead Solutions. Now is a great time to think ahead and secure a spot for that replacement on our schedule. Go ahead and call our competitors, but before you sign on that dotted line, call Overhead Solutions. I believe our high quality and fair price can beat our competition.
Call Overhead Solutions for a free roof estimate.
Remember, don't overpay. Call Overhead. Overhead Solutions.
Welcome to Patchouli Garden in Park Falls. We love authentic Indonesian patchouli and we specialize in our original custom blends. Everything with the Patchouli Garden name on it we make right here in our store. Visit Patchouli Garden in the store or online.
What's the perfect way to spend a summer afternoon at your lake home? On a pier made by Pier de North. We're making a splash with time-saving piers because you deserve more ways to play and enjoy summer days. Made in St. Germain, come and visit us.
Play your way. Dine your way. Stay your way. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Win your way.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. As you can see, a little bit different of a set today, and that's because we have the 2022 Rhinelander Mayoral Candidate Forum. Here are our two remaining candidates. Chris Hannes to my right. We got Steve Sauer to my left over here. The point of today's discussion is to make sure all of the residents of Rhinelander can make an informed decision for who they want to be their next mayor. So we're going to start with introductions. Steve Sauer won the coin flip immediately before this. Steve, tell us about yourself.
First off, thanks for hosting this. It's a great event, and I do appreciate it. My name's Steve Sauer. I have been in Rhinelander for the majority of my life. I own a small business that for about 17 years now that has grown to a pretty sizable operation. I spent about 8 years, exactly 8 years, on the Rhinelander City Council. Have a wife, 3 great kids, and I love the city.
Thank you, Steve. Now to Chris Hannes over here. Chris, tell us about yourself.
Hi, once again, thank you for having us. I moved up here about 10 years ago. I was with a job opportunity. From there, I worked in retail management at Menards and Home Depot. From there, I started my own company, KSH Property Service, which is based out of Rhinelander as well as serves housing needs in our town. I also have worked as a contractor for multiple other property management companies in our town. And today, fun fact, is my 30th birthday on the dot. So,
happy birthday.
So thank you so much.
All right, Chris, you want to be mayor. It's a job, it's a part-time job. It pays $12,000 a year. Why do you want this job?
So I want to see Rhinelander move forward. Rhinelander is in a spot for the last roughly 15, 20 years where we're just kind of there. We're not really doing much to move the town forward, to fix our housing problem, to fix our streets. You know, we need to be a lot more proactive to get this town on the map and just build it better.
Yeah, Steve, same question for you.
Well, I must say, with per diems and vehicle allotment, it's more like a $16,000 a year job. So, I mean, there are big bucks there. I spent 8 years on the council really working to try to get the city kick-started as far as that moving forward and trying to rebuild not only our government, but also the way that we do business. There were a lot of issues that we saw in the city council back then. There was a lot of infighting. But right now, I see we're ready to go. The city's ready to move. The employees are ready to move. But we need to keep that momentum, and we really need to get our policies and procedures in place so that moving forward, nobody has a question anymore. Nobody has a concern anymore because it's all directly covered and addressed by the city.
Now let's get into some issues that the city faces. Rhinelander is poised to grow, but lacks affordable housing. Good paying jobs are available and people are looking to move to our city, but the city limits seemed fixed at the moment. How will Rhinelander expand and grow into the future? We'll go to Mr. Sauer.
Well, we have a couple of options as far as our city limits. We have really been looking at zoning options, the city has as of recently, and we're really trying to expand those city limits. We also have options such as extraterritorial zoning, where the city can kind of step into the townships and say, okay, we get to control just because you're this close to the city, which allows development, even though it may not directly be in the city limits, it's very close to the city. The housing needs survey came forth with some really great recommendations, and the process moving forward is perfectly laid out in the study that the city just did.
Let's go to Chris with that same question. How do you move Rhinelander forward, perhaps by expanding city limits?
So one, I think, is just got to have an open conversation. This is something we got to have with the school district as well as the county, and we just got to look at with developers how to build more apartment buildings, how to build more single-family homes. You know, we have land behind Walmart that's been empty since the beginning of time. We have land on the north side that's been empty. We got to start looking at developing those lots, and if the city needs to expand for more land, that's something we could approach too.
All right, Chris, back in February, a city meeting turned heated. Rhinelander firefighters and other city employees voiced dissatisfaction with the administration. You have asked for more open communication and less hostile work environment. What are your plans to boost employee morale and quell their concerns?
So every employee loves their job. You know, right now we're in a position where they're dedicated to the Rhinelander. A lot of them live in the community. They care to a very high level. You know, the issue I think they're having is their voices aren't being heard. You know, no one at City Hall right now is listening to them, taking their opinions in, and, you know, providing the best policy moving forward. So I think some of it is just that open dialogue, as well as just brainstorming new ideas of how we can make the city better. As far as the whole open communication, I think we got to be more proactive. You know, the days of people going on the city website to look at agendas are over. You know, they should be on Facebook, they should be talking to people like you, WRJO, news media, just to get it out there to let people know and attend the meetings.
And Steve, how would you quell their concerns?
I guess the communication is really spot on. I would be proposing, if I were to become mayor, bi-weekly visits. It would be, in my eyes, the mayor, the city administrator, the HR director, and then 1 or 2 alders. Visit every department every 2 weeks. We go, we have coffee, we have donuts, we have lunch with Public Works. We take in an informal setting to allow people to voice their concerns so that they don't get bottled up and become a larger concern down the road. I think that discussion and consistently keeping that discussion going is really the way to get us back to a team environment. We also need to kick back up the city employee events. We used to have a golf outing. We used to have picnics. We used to have, and we don't anymore. And there's no reason not to.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you, Chris. We're going to take a quick break. Right after the break, we're going to talk about another issue that's facing the city, and that's PFAS contamination. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Welcome to today's Elite Money Minute with the Elite Advisor Team.
Hey, that's all right. Let's try one more time. You look a little rusty. Now this time, instead of aiming at the pins, let's aim at the arrows during your approach. That always seems to help me. Come on.
Wow, that really helped. I guess sometimes you need a new perspective on how to do things to create success.
Nice job.
Hey guys, it's no different than how we help our clients plan for retirement. Just because you made it to retirement doesn't mean things won't change. Many times you can benefit from a new perspective.
If you would like us to give you a new perspective on your retirement, give our office a call at 715-341-8899 and schedule a visit today. Or request a free copy of our book, Retirement, Be Prepared.
That's today's Elite Money Minute. Visit our website at retireidea.com.
Dylan, how's that sofa you can't return from that big internet site?
Honestly, not that great.
Well, Slumberland can help. It's our biggest finance sales event of the year. Just $20 a month will get you a gorgeous sectional, a 3-piece bedroom group, when you spend $1,200 and pay no interest for 5 years.
No way.
How about kicking back in this luxury leather power recliner for just $25 a month? And come to Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've reinvented mattress shopping.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Welcome back to the 2022 Rhinelander Mayoral Candidate Forum here on WJFW. We're going to talk about PFAS now. We'll start with Steve. 2 of Rhinelander's 8 wells were closed in 2019 after they were found to have high levels of PFAS. They are still closed. Rhinelander is 1 more closed well away from not having enough water for the city. What should the city's next steps be?
Well, actually, we had some amazing news a couple days ago. There was a bill pushed through or championed by Tammy Baldwin, the Omnibus Appropriations Legislation, in which the city of Rhinelander is to receive $1.6 million directed to water quality infrastructure, whether that means cleaning the PFAS up, whether it means finding a new well. We have been given $1.6 million federal dollars to really start the work of making that happen. And so we're there.
Okay, then let's direct that question to Chris. What would your next steps be with these 2 wells closed because of PFAS?
So end of the day, every citizen demands clean, safe water and enough of it. So really the only 2 options we have is drill another well and start that process, or treat the current wells to get them back online. Unfortunately, the 2 wells offline are also the 2 newest wells, so it's something we gotta look at the cost of either or and make the best decision.
All right, Chris, so paying for this won't be cheap. He announced, the money coming from the government, but, do you think the city should go after the people who contaminated the wells?
Well, possibly. So what I mean by that is right off the bat, no one cares who did it. We just want water. We need safe water, so that should be our primary focus. After that, we should look into how it got contaminated. If it's something that was wrongdoing or where someone did it, not by policy or procedure, then we should go after them. But after we have enough safe drinking water.
All right, Steve, same question for you.
Unfortunately, we ran into the same issue with the old dump location. There were 3 main parties that ended up settling to do long-term testing. It's very difficult when you have contamination that occurred 20 years ago, 30, 40, 50 years ago, because the companies that owned and did these things, number one, probably did so with the city's knowledge or the county's knowledge. Number two, they are probably held by a 4th party by now. So it's very difficult to go after the actual perpetrators, because some of these, we look at the mill, for instance, has changed hands half a dozen times. So who at that point is at fault? And it makes it a tough thing to do.
And then question here, looking at the city budget, what is something you would add money to, and what is something you would take money away from? We'll start with Steve here.
Well, that's a loaded question, isn't it? The taking money away from isn't necessarily something that we have to do. There are funds within the city that have gone unnoticed for many, many years. And the key is we need to start consolidating those funds, the non-designated funds. So there's money there to reinvest into the city. If we can increase the mill rate of the city and increase the value of the city by using the funds that we already have, we don't have to eliminate everything or anything. And the big key is when you say adding, we could be helping every department. If we can just increase the value of the city, everyone's taxes don't go up, but the money coming to the city does. And so I'm going to politician that one and say, no and no, but yes and yes.
Okay, same question for Chris. Is there a place where you would take money away from in the city budget, and is there a place where you would put more money into that?
Okay, so from taking away, I don't see any spot directly we need to take away. I think we need to work with the school district as well as the county to be more efficient. If we can combine health policies or insurance policies, we could cut the overall cost, which would free up money. As far as putting money back, I think we need to invest more in our infrastructure, our streets, and we also have to invest in a fire department. They're at a 5-year low for a budget with additional 20% of services required. So we need to beef up that department to provide great service for our community.
Okay, thank you everyone at home. Still tuning in for the WJFW Mayoral Candidate Forum in Rhinelander. We're going to take a quick break. Right after the break, we're going to have the final thoughts from the candidates.
There are never enough hours in the day. I'm always making trade-offs, sacrifices. But I'll keep going. Even when it feels like there's no way I can do it all, I won't give up. I'm doing this for me. and for them. We're doing this together. North Central Technical College's virtual college. Flexible learning, because our time is precious.
Enter a haven for European-style baking at Boulangerie in Tomahawk. Fresh breads, pastries, soups, salads, and more. The finest ingredients prepared from scratch with a fanatical eye for detail. Simply the best. You deserve Boulangerie.
Hi, I'm Judy from Tomahawk Monument Company. When Tim and I want the forecast for Tomahawk, we go to WJFW.com and check my hometown weather.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
Missing in paradise.
This boat could be the key.
Unanswered questions.
I want to know what he thinks happened. It's Andrea Canning from Dateline. Can we talk to you?
A disturbing discovery.
It was the goosebumps moment.
Tonight, 9/8 Central.
And live from New York, it's Saturday night!
Your host, Zoe Kravitz. With musical guest, Rosalia.
Craving a cut above the rest? Perkins Butcher Block menu is back, starting at just $8.99. Sink your teeth into our Hearty Man's Combo, steak quesadilla, and more. And don't forget a fresh baked pie from our bakery. Take it home or order online at perkinstogo.com.
And welcome back. All right, Chris, let's jump right in here again. You get this job, and you see somebody in Triggs, and they say, there's a big pothole in front of my house, right? And what do you say to that person? What do you do?
Simple. Make a call, get it filled.
Okay.
That easy.
Steve?
I've been answering that question for 10 years. And yes, if the city doesn't know about a problem, they can't fix it. The Public Works Department has a phone number. It is in the book. We can't fix everything every time. We can't make it perfect, but let us know about it and we'll know that there's a problem.
Okay, we have enough time here for closing thoughts from both candidates. Here's the final question. Why do you think that people should choose you as the city's next mayor? We're going to go to Steve first.
Well, the experience is there, the knowledge is there, and the willingness to put it all on the line for the city. I've done this for a long time, and I've kept it above par. And we can be gentlemanly, we can disagree, but in the end, we all want the best for the city of Rhinelander.
Thank you, Steve. And Chris, why do you think people should choose you as the next mayor of Rhinelander?
I think it's just open-minded, willing to talk to anyone, and honestly, it's just time for change. Time to bring new blood in, new ideas, and just get Rhinelander moving forward.
Chris, Steve, thank you so much for joining us on the Candidate Mayoral Forum. I just want to flash up on the screen here when the election date is. People can already access absentee ballots if they would like. The election is on Tuesday, April 5th. Go to myvote.wi.gov to learn everything about your ballot coming up in this spring election season. Again, thank you both for coming on the show and being a part of this forum.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after the break with one final look at your weather.
When you need a paint to fit your lifestyle, Menards has got you covered. From protecting against this, or covering this, to refinishing this, we have a paint for you. You also need it in this color, or even this color. We can do that. Stop in and talk to one of our paint professionals to make your colors come to life. Right now at Menards, Pittsburgh Ultra Interior Flat Paint is $9.97 after rebates.
It's 5 a.m. and I feel like I can do anything.
We've got apples and cabbage,
7,000 dahlias,
vegetables, and
brisket for dinner. We've been coming here since 1868.
There's a lot of cushy desk jobs out there, but
this is my happy place.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Stop by Lakeland Lawn and Equipment in Arborvita for special offers taking place for a limited time. Get great deals and service on legendary John Deere equipment.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the SUV of the future for everyone. Ford Explorer, America's best-selling SUV, with available seating for up to 7 passengers. An available terrain management system. Because the SUV of the future isn't built for a few. It's built for America. Ford Explorer. Drive one today. Order your Explorer during Auto Show to lock in this special Flex Buy offer. Plus, get an extra $1,000 retail order bonus.
All I wanted to do was help out a friend. You know, it was supposed to be just a couple of hours. It turned out to be multiple days. There is just so much junk. I asked him why didn't he hire some professional movers, and he said he couldn't afford it. Guess you never heard of Dan the Moving Man.
Don't traumatize your friends. Call Dan the Moving Man. We want to make your move as easy as possible. That's why we offer affordable rates and an experienced staff that will take care of your belongings. Call us today for a free quote.
Wickersham Jewelry is excited to announce their 2022 Wedding Band Expo. 3 days only, March 10th through the 12th, with incredible savings of 20% on the area's largest selection of wedding bands and anniversary rings. Save 20% on the exclusive Love Story collection. Wedding rings starting at only $199. Take advantage of interest-free financing options. Wickersham Jewelry. If you can dream it, we can make it.
Well, Jeff, I think that went pretty well.
That was interesting, yes.
Yeah, I'm glad we had that. I hope people at home learned something. I have to fess up, I made a mistake earlier this week. I said Juliana we met is a senior, but she's actually a junior, so she has one more season at Lakeland Union High School. If you remember, she is going to be playing college basketball at Lehigh University, but that'll be in 2 years, so I apologize about that mistake. Won't happen again.
One more season to go.
Jeff, weather-wise, what do we got coming?
So we're about to go through some things, right? We have temperatures tonight that could reach 10 degrees below zero again. I know it's mid-March now. It's not normal, but if you want warmer temperatures, they're on the forecast for next week. But tonight's going to be a cold one. Actually, with the northwest wind, we could see wind gusts near 25 miles per hour. That will give us feel-like temperatures by tomorrow morning near 25 degrees below zero. So we're used to that. We live in northern Wisconsin, but we're not really used to it in the middle portions of March, as you know. And then a little bit of snow in the forecast late tomorrow night. We're talking a 1 to 2 inch snowfall tomorrow evening. But then the warmer air kicks in. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're talking temperatures back up near 40-ish, and we could go for 50 on Wednesday afternoon.
Okay, I'm excited for that. I will say there's a lot of ice out there, everyone, so be very careful when you're walking around town. Thanks so much for joining us on Up North at 4. Jeff will have his full forecast at 5 o'clock. We'll see you then.